Hey guys, this is Apostle Eda. Thank you so much for joining us on tonight. As above, so below. This is talking about Mars energy, Martian energy, as some people say. Appreciate you guys for joining us as you are being notified that I am live. Thank you so much for joining me and being a part of what we're doing today. I'm going to be doing a little tutorial. I tell you guys I'm going to come back and share some information with you guys. I'm going to thank you once again. If this is your first time in my live, certain man, post your zodiac sign and where you're from. What's up, son of a Chosi, Minister Mario? Thank you for joining us as well. Yes, double whammy, yes. Thank you so much for being with us, guys. We got Mama Susan, Gemini. We got Karen O'Brien, Gemini. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you. Appreciate the love and support. Sagittarius from New York. Thank you. Got to get up there as well. All right, as you guys are chiming in and they're notifying that we're live. What up, Kendall Hall? We got Geneva Leo. Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to be talking about some good stuff tonight. Capricorn from North Carolina. I'll take. All right, with the roses. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got Scorpio from Arizona. Thank you. Thank you. Kimberly Dawkins, Cancer in the house. We got okay, what's up, that Erica? What's up, my Sagittarius for South Carolina? We got South Carolina and North Carolina. Oh, take Capricorn and Sagittarius. Thank you so much for being with us. Guys, I'm going to be talking about some conjure tonight. What's up, Sagittarius for Philadelphia? All right. Okay. We got what? Was that Dana from Cancer from Atlanta? All right. We got Bo. What's up in the house? Pisces. Thank you so much. We got my Gemini from Chicago. Love the glass of pop. Thank you so much. That's Roy Artiste. Monique 444. Cancer in the house. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Much love to each and every one of you guys. My name is Apostle Ely. I'm the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. I have to do these salutations so some of my Christian buddies don't get confused when they come in and they try to talk to me and say, blessings to you as well, Sagittarius. All right, we got my baby Scorpio in the house. Happy belated birthday to her and T. Carter and all my Scorpios. My niece Jada, she's a Scorpio as well. Happy birthday to each and every one of you guys. Getting ready for Sagittarius season. All right, now, we want to say to my Christian buddies, here is the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. What's up, Natasha Foster? Y'all had a great time yesterday. Oh, yeah. You was enjoying the vibe? Yeah. Thank you, Bo. Yeah, them kids, like, just seeing everybody laugh and have a good time I was thoroughly pleased with everything when it was said and done. All right, but like I said before, you guys, I know that you're buying your products and you're getting your services done, but I do not collect a salary from my church. I generate funds through the gifts that I have through this social media platform and through my website. So it helps pay for a lot of the travel that I have to do and take care of the stuff that I love to do, when especially comes to children. And sometimes I have to help people out because they don't have the means and they still need the help. So I appreciate once again the support. You guys stick with me and support me. What's up, Latadra Walker? We got our Taurus in the house. And we got Natasha Foster, my Aquarius from North Carolina. Thank you guys so very, very much for being with me. We want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you guys. What's up, Jelly Sweet, my Gemini? I want to say before we get started tonight, please exit my live if you're not really into the ATRs. The reason I say that because I want to share some stuff tonight, and it really has to do with Mfumbe dealing with the dead. This is Tuesday energy. And this is about actions that we take. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for being with us tonight. When you guys are getting readings and you guys are getting work done, it really matters whether you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Santeria, any of the ATRs, understanding this type of magic, this type of spirituality, the universal laws that are behind this. And I want to demystify some of the ignorance around working with bones, working with the dead. This is something that I've been doing since I was a child. Even though that my guardian is Oya and my Palo spirit is Centea. In voodoo, it's Baron Samzi. I want to talk about this because when a lot of you guys are getting work done from me and you hear me say that I deal with the dead, dealing with the bone, working with bones is something that I do when I'm going to the cemetery, because as you know, as the body decomposes, the grave is full of bones, whether it's bone dust, whether it's, we call it a fresh grave when somebody recently dies, but it is embalming fluid that is inside of that body. It is not blood. And so therefore we are actually contacting that particular spirit through the bone. So I want to give you opportunity, if this is not for you, to get off my live, because this is, like I said, for grown people. And we work with bones, whether you're in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo. This is an ashe that every Christian deals with, whether they want to accept it or not. It is all throughout the Bible, this type of working. And I just want to educate to the purpose of you understanding what you're dealing with when you're dealing with people like me. And that if you're going to deal with true divination, any forms of divination with bones, that what you're really tapping into. And so you'll be clear about what is to be expected and what the capabilities are, all right? Because a lot of times we call upon our ancestors and we don't really know where our ancestors are coming from, where that ashe is coming from. A lot of us do not realize that the spirit, just like it takes time for the spirit to house a physical body, it also takes time for a spirit to leave a physical body. So this is the kind of concept that I want you guys to understand why, and especially when you're dealing with voodoo and you're dealing with Palo, Miambe especially, that they're dealing with the bones of a deceased Palero, Tata, or Mumbo. Thank you so much. Much respect for your explanation. Thank you. I appreciate that. My purposes of teaching this is that in hopes, and when you hear me say African tradition, I like to say to my Latino brothers, my Cuban brothers, any other race of people that are utilizing African traditions. Happy All Saints Day to you too, darling. You cannot truly effectively practice any of the ATRs without honoring the originators of said practices. And hopefully that as history is truly revealed, that many of you African Americans that did not grow up with your native tongue, did not grow up with your understanding of your geography, that you will understand that sometimes the reason why you lack the understanding of your own magic is because you do not understand the essence of your bones. You do not understand where you come from and where your strength lies, and why it is so important for other races to demonize this type of practice, necromancy especially, and the ATRs, okay? So I'm going to bring clarity to that. If you want to stay here, you're grown enough. My lives are not for children. These are for grown folks. And this is something that I practice. I shouldn't even use the word practice. This is something I work with. And a lot of people were into these practices. But I think that when people try to scare people off from practicing the ATRs, they tell so many lies till people cannot find the truth. A lot of times people are saying things that they know are not true about the ATRs, but it is to detour people from wanting to practice or trying to endeavor in practicing. But there's so much been said to these days that people have lost the truth in a lot of these lies. So that's what we're going to talk about. My subject is working my bones. And it's coming from 2 Kings, the 13th chapter, the 20th verse through the 21st. Okay? So, it starts off saying, and Elijah died. So, all of you that are confused about, what's up, Shamari? Especially if you're a Christian, if you believe in Christ Jesus or the Yahshua, then we know we're dealing with a man that died. Even though he rose from the, according to myth, he rose on the third day. It is a type of resurrection. This is Scorpio energy, the phoenix, rising from the ashes of death. You're still dealing with a dead person's spirit. And understand the concept of letting the dead bury the dead. That concept is letting the dead bury the dead is people that are unconscious. Let them bury the unconscious. Those people that are not awakened and they're not illuminated, that's what that concept really means. It has nothing to do with the physical death. It has to do with people that are dead spiritually. Okay? And so therefore, those people that are not conscious of their spirituality, let them bury other unconscious people. Okay? So just for you to understand what that means. Okay? Now, it goes on to say, and Elijah died, and they buried him. And the bands of the Moabites invaded the land at the coming in of the year. Okay? Verse 21 said, and it came to pass, as they were burying a man, that behold, they spied a band of men, and they cast the man into the sepulchre, or in the grave of Elisha. And when the man was let down and touched the bones of Elisha, he revived and stood up on his feet. Now, sometimes, thank you so much, Shamari. When it comes down to spirituality, and I really need to explain this to you guys. So when you get into these ATRs, bones are the reason. Bones are when we use cascarilla or they use certain powders to paint our face white. It is a representation of the ancestors. When you see us dressed in white, or you see people utilizing white, this is in representation of the ancestors. This is why we burn a white candle. I got one up here. It is a symbolization of the life force of the dead. Not we use red to represent the life force of the living. I'm trying to give you the colorization of why certain practices use certain colors. But white represents the life force of the dead. And when you are working with the bones, it is to have the understanding. If we use the term Infumbe means dead. Some people use the term Iguns, right? The bones of the dead. Or some people use Moreto. But they are talking about deceased people. Now, the reason why I want to talk about working the bones is bones are skeletons, right? So, Papa Legba and the Day of the Dead, we dress up as the dead. So we whiten our face. Most of the time you see people that dealing with the ancestor, you will see their face white. Or I had a mask representing a white face, okay? It has nothing to do with white people because there really ain't no such thing as white people, okay? Pale people, but not white. All right? What's up, Sister Jackie? So, bones represent the white, which is the skeleton. All right? Now, what happens is, if you do not... Now, I have... Oh, these are rattlesnakes. These right here, guys and girls, these are rattlesnake bones. I'm trying to find my python. Where's my... Oh, here they are. These are my... Well, here, I use these. These are python bones. Now, Apostle Ely, what does it have to do with my spirituality, right? I'm going to break this down where the next time you go to a grave, the next time you call or conjure, the reason why I feel sorry for a lot of you guys is because if that bone of that person has not been conjured, invoked, awakened, then all you have in your pot is some bones, but they're not living. They don't have the ashe that Elisha bones had. The frequency of a person, the reason why people work with people that practice voodoo. If you go to Haiti, when they go to the cemetery, they want to deal with a mumbo. They want to deal with a bokor. They want to deal with somebody's bones that actually lived the life of the religion. I need y'all to really understand this. Everybody's bones does not have the ashe of voodoo, of Santeria, of Lukumi, of Congo, of hoodoo. When you are working the bones, you must have the essence of a spirit or an energy that is actually has practiced that particular craft. Now, the reason why the man was able to be resurrected from the bones of Elijah, because Elijah brought back the dead. Whatever energy or lifestyle that person lived in this particular life, it's the same ashe or abilities that their bones will carry. Their bones carry the essence of the life force of that deceased person. If you got the bones of a banker, then you need to work with that particular bone when it comes to financial affairs, okay? A lot of you guys, especially my babe, you don't know enough about the Mfumbe by which you were stretched in. You don't know enough about the Mfumbe of the ancestor that you're working with. A part of your spiritual journey is to study the bones. You have to understand the energy or the life that individual lived. Now, the reason why I brought up my python bones, let me pull one of these out. Now, hold on. Ugh. When a bone is dry, I want you working with what they were good at in life. Exactly. Now you see this right here? Now, I'm going to say something to try to explain to you why it don't make sense what some of y'all doing. Now, if I awaken the spirit of this python spirit is a snake, right? And pythons use their bodies to restrict and to destroy or kill their victim, right? Why would I expect this bone to act like a zebra? Why would I expect this bone, if I awaken the spirit, to act like a raccoon? A lot of y'all feel because they're ancestor or they're dead that they can do anything. You have to work with the bone based off of the life that particular person or thing lived. Okay? This spirit is going to slither because it is a snake. Snakes also represent wisdom. So I can work with this bone to gain wisdom of how to maneuver in life. A snake will represent power, wisdom, and also healing. Now, the type of snake, the bone of a python versus the bone of a rattlesnake operate differently. Girls, guys, please understand. If you are not a conjurer, if you're not invoking, if you're not awakening, animating these bones, you don't have anything. If you grab hold on. Some of y'all just got stuff in y'all pots. It can't hurt. It can't help. Because the spirit itself is not awakened. The Mfumbe itself, let me put this down before I mess up and wake it up. You have to be able to contact the spirit of that particular bone. Now, why am I talking about this? Working the bones, when you are working with spirit for yourself, you have to do enough research to understand the life of that particular person or thing. Now, when I do courtroom work and I'm working with a Moreto or an Mfumbe, I go to people that live a life in the legal system. I have a secret. You came to. I don't know what that means. Now, the reason why I do this is because I don't have to train that spirit what to look for and what to expect. A lot of you guys do not understand that if it was that simple of going to the cemetery or that simple getting the carcass of a dead animal and working it, then everybody would be walking in powerful conjure. Sir and ma'am, that's not true. Everybody does not have the ability to work the bones. Everybody is not excelling in necromancy. Necromancy is dealing with the dead. I don't care if the dead of animals, the dead of people, the dead of trees. This is also important for you to understand that when you're working the bones and you're working with the dead, there's a certain level of respect. How you handle a python versus how you handle the bones of a cat is very different. And some of these, especially when you're dealing with obeah work, a lot of them, because it's a part of conjure, they torture a cat, preferably a black cat. And they torture that cat and they torture until that cat dies. And then they take the bones of that cat and they put that, they put the bones of that cat in a pot. Any animal or person that has been tortured or tormented, we use in very destructive working. That's why a lot of you guys that go to certain people that work with certain Moretos and you trying to get them to do good work in your life, the spirits they deal with were not good. I'm going to say this again. When you're working the bones, you need to know what type of character those bones are. So if you go to somebody and in their pot, they only deal with very dark, and that person killed or murdered or whatever, how are they going to do good work in your life? When you work, I'm strong anointing. Hold on, y'all. I'm not telling you what to do, sir and ma'am. What I am saying, if you're going to practice conjure, or if you're going to enlist the help of a spiritual practitioner, then you need to know what type of bones they are working with. If I go to a grave and all that person did in life is did wickedness, then how can I possibly work with that spirit to heal your life? It makes no sense. If that person was lazy in life, how can I help utilize those bones in order to bring prosperity and success to your life? If they were slothful in the life that they live, they're going to be slothful in the life that they work in the spirit world. I know I could never, ever do that. My goodness. I love cats way too much, especially a cat. Let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to understand. Just because we don't do things, there's a lot of things that I personally don't do. Okay? There's a lot of personal things I do not do. But don't mean I don't need to know about it. Okay? I feel like a lot of you guys, it's so much to this conjure, and there's too many people out here trying to make this stuff simple, look easy for a lot of you guys, and it really isn't. Now, when you're working with the bones, now, this is what your Mambo, your Tata, your Bokor, your Apostle, Prophet, there's so many levels of ashe to this. If you have it in Fumbe or a pot you're working with, and you have the bones of a Polaro or a Tata or a Voodoo or Son, an Ajay or witch, right? Or sorcerer or sorceress, right? And they were not a powerful sorceress or Hugan in life, why do you feel, because they understand the religion, that they're going to be this powerful sorcerer or person in the spirit world? Okay? The reason why Samuel was able to prophesy that to Saul is because that is the level of power that he had in life. If you were not a powerful hoodooist, a powerful conjurer, then what makes the person think, because you have ensnared that person's spirit, and I use the word ensnare, because a lot of these people out here, they're entrapping these spirits. I don't work with spirits that don't want to work with me. A lot of these people, the reason why some of y'all getting messed up, because these people They do it in voodoo. They go out. They do it in every one of these ATRs. They go out and they try to either coerce this spirit or they try to ensnare it. They try to bribe it first of all, right? When you bribe someone, is that really from the heart? If you're bribing a spirit to work for you, that spirit is not my spirit that works with my Mfumbe that works with me, came with me into this life. It followed me. I did not do anything. I did not go through any ceremony in order for me to have this Mfumbe, this Morito, this Egun. Okay? I'm talking about me, my personal. Oh, my goodness. Wait a minute. Kendra said, I go to my dad when I want money because he was good in getting money. Okay, that's smart. But also, your dad has a relationship with you. This is what I want y'all to understand. When you are going, I got no time to be bribing things. Okay, good. Now, I want to talk about, even though I want to explain this enough where some of you guys will have a better understanding. When people have to bribe spirits, any spirit that can be bribed by one person can be bribed by another. You don't necessarily have the loyalty of that particular Mfumbe, that particular spirit, that particular ancestor, if that is the only reason why they are working with you. Because just like you can give them an offering, somebody else can give them an offering. Now, you cannot bribe my spirit. You can give offerings to me, you can offer to my spirit, but you cannot take my spirit from me because that is something that I was born with. It came here with an agreement. When we go and get Stratch and Palo, we are making an oath or commitment to said Mfumbe, which is another spirits of the bone. Okay? That is agreement between that individual and that Mfumbe in the pot. Okay? It is a contract. Just like a natural contract, we both are obligated. Just like you can make a contract, you can also break a contract. Yes, sir. Okay. Anybody in here that practice, you're more than welcome to amen what I'm saying or say I'm lying. Is the Mfumbe different from a spirit guide? Probably spirit. Yeah. Okay. Now, an Mfumbe it can be a spirit guide because somebody that died can become a spirit guide. A spirit guide, y'all got to understand, a spirit guide is just like somebody that if you went to the rainforest, they're going to guide you through a territory that they understand. A person cannot be a spirit guide for you in voodoo and they never been through voodoo, okay? A spirit guide is somebody that can guide you through a particular practice, a particular situation, or circumstance. Everybody cannot become a spirit guide because they don't have the necessary skill set to guide anybody. Okay? Now, an Mfumbe is just a dead, deceased person. Anybody can be that. Anybody can be an ancestor. But everybody can be my ancestor. Because if you're not in my bloodline or we did not make a pact together, we're not ancestry. Okay? So I hope that makes some sense. I do not work with the dead. That ain't mine. Cool. All right? But I got to explain it this way because it is, some of you do not understand and you're going to get in it and people are going to have you initiating with spirits that you don't have enough knowledge about them. I deal with, can necromancy be good and bad? Yes. Necromancy is just, by simple terms, just dealing with anything dead. Okay? And in death, they're good and bad. And you can use bad spirits to do good things. You can use good spirits to do bad things. Okay? It's just the truth. Okay? So you got to understand that when you're getting involved with a coven, you're getting involved with a spiritual person, it is good to do homework. It is good to do a study to have an understanding of what type of spirit I am connecting with. What type of Mfumbe that I'm allowing in my house, allowing in my life, allowing around my children. So I hope this is understanding. Now, the spirits of the dead, understand the life of the person or the thing. And how does that spirit move? Now, the reason why I say how does the spirit move, because once again, I'm going to go back to the python. Okay? The python moves one way, the rattlesnake moves another. One strikes, the rattlesnake strikes and gives poison. The python restricts and crushes its adversary. So if I am working with an Mfumbe, I need to know how that person moves. Now, is that a Capricorn in that pot? Is that a Sagittarius in that pot? Is that a cardinal sign in that pot? Is that a fixed sign in that pot? Is that a mutable sign? Is it a Scorpio? What type of person were you? Very powerful, live, and eye-opener. Yeah, I'm trying to educate to the point a lot of y'all don't realize everybody's Mfumbe is not a healer. Everybody's Mfumbe is not a deliverer. Some Mfumbes are nothing but diviners. They just tell the future. They discern, they just give out information. Somebody's Mfumbe, all that spirit is going to do is tell you what's going on. It's not going to fix any of your problems. It's not going to be able to protect you. None of that, because that's not what that Mfumbe has the ability to move. It is still a spirit of the dead. It is still a Polaro. I should say a Polaro. It is still a spirit of a said practice. But does not mean that Mfumbe, because if you did not do your work, when I mean work, your study, and figure out, okay, what am I connecting to? How does this particular spirit move? Scorpios deal with the dead, so they will already have the ability. Exactly. Or if you got Scorpio in your chart, I have it in my house. Now, I got a lot of different dead bones in here. So, the reason why I also want to say this in your spiritual journey, as the reason why I conjure it is in my bloodline. Okay? Conjuring is summoning spirits. I summon spirits. I summon the spirits of dead things. Don't matter what it is. Don't matter how long it's been dead. That's also why we deal with fossilized trees. We are able to tap into that ashe and get the information or get the energy of how that information was formed. The same thing when it comes down to meteorites. Can't go to one doctor to work the needs to be done by another. Exactly. Now, this seems very simple, but how many of you guys, people try to make you afraid and say, oh, I'm going to go to my pot. Well, what type of Ogun do you have? All Oguns are not the same. What type of Zarabanda do you have? What type of Ogafare you have in voodoo? What? You may have a warrior, but what type? We all know that all fighters are not created equal. Okay? If you don't have fight in your bones, as the song says, fire shut up in my bones. If you don't have the ability, if this spirit is going to fight for me, it is going to slither around my adversary and then it is going to squeeze. If the rattlesnake is going to fight for me, it is going to get in striking distance and poison my enemy, right? Depending on how your Mfumbe moves. Some of you may have an Mfumbe is nothing but a gossiper. So what that spirit is going to do is going to go start gossip about your enemies. It is not going to cause an accident. It is not going to cause you sickness. It is not going to cause you financial problems. It is going to utilize the spirit of rumor and gossip to destroy your life. This is why certain ancestors do not go on the altar and not to be called on for certain thing also. Exactly. Agree 100%. I always wanted to learn what good frequency, a God frequency to connect to and learn how to do magic. Yeah. This is what I do. I do magic. How do you find it out? Well, first of all, if you're in a tradition, this is something your madrina or your padrino should teach you. You should have education about the Mfumbe or the pot that you're getting scratched in, okay? If that is not the case, then you need to have somebody that already communes with the dead so you can have an understanding of the energy or the frequency, okay? I was scratched on one pot. Brother Mario was scratched on another pot, okay? our energies are not the same. Our destinies are not the same. When you are working with different people in voodoo, depending on what them bones are saying, how does that spirit move? What are their capabilities? What is the extent of the power of that particular spirit of the dead? Just because your mother or your grandmother burnt candle did not make them a powerful Ajay or witch. It did not make them a powerful conjurer because they worked with roots. It did just because they went to the cemetery did not make them a powerful necromancer. It does not mean that, y'all. Just because your grandmother went to the OB man does not make her a powerful OB worker. It don't work like that. And too many of you guys let people scare you into believing because they're dealing with the dead that they got some kind of power. It don't mean that. Everybody does not have that kind of power in dealing with the dead. It's just the truth. Okay? And when you're working with these some of y'all have this blind security. This is why when we are initiating the types of spirits in that coven, with that elay, that tribe, it matters. Do you have warriors? Do you have warlike spirits? This is why some of you got to call on Michael or call on Ogun outside of your perimeter or get somebody to help fight for you, because that's not in that pot. That's not what's in that pot. Those kind of bones, they don't have that kind of ashay. Elijah was able, but his bones were able to resurrect that man because that's what he was doing in life. Yet working with the dead does not equal being powerful. It does not. You may be a seer and still not be a powerful seer. You may be a root worker, but you're not a powerful root worker. How much ashay can you harness? The stronger, this is why they feed the Nganga. This is why the more people they can scratch with the Nganga and share blood with the Nganga, the stronger the Nganga gets. This is why they pass the bones from one pot to the next. The more people that work with the Andobosa. Maybe that. Can I say that? Okay. The more people, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna use this as an example. All right. This is a sigil. In voodoo, they call them veves. And Palo, they call them patipimbas or femas. We call them sigils. Okay, this is what this is, right? The more people that work with this particular sigil or veve or patipimba, the stronger the energy of this particular said sigil or patipimba gets. So the same concept of if you work with it in Fumbe, if we all utilize a certain ancestor in our bloodline, the stronger that ancestor get. If everybody in the family uses Uncle Robert is going to get stronger because more people are tapping into his energy and also exchanging energy with Uncle Robert. So Uncle Robert over a period of time, over a period of generation, is going to be a stronger ancestor than Auntie Clara, because not everybody work with Auntie Clara or feed her. Okay? So I hope that gave you more understanding. Do you have any books you could recommend wanting to learn? I do have some, but I don't have them in front of me. I'll post. And let me say this. I'm leery about books, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I buy books, my spirits tell me what to accept, and I don't want to give you guys books without explaining my understanding of that said book. So you don't take everything, because we are not allowed in any of these traditions to share secrets. So no matter who writes a book, they're never going to tell you the secrets how to actually do the work, because you can't do that. Those are secrets that belong to the craft, and you have to be initiated into said craft to get that particular information. So no matter how good informative a book is, it is not going to be to the degree where anybody could go and read those books and practice Santeria, Lukumi, Palo. It just don't work like that. Yeah, close practices. Okay? You want to learn up on, I'm just being honest with y'all. The closer, if you can find somebody you trust, and you can if you can actually go to them and be a part of what they're doing, that is the best way to learn any craft. Just like when you be in the kitchen with your mom or your dad, whoever cook, you learn by watching. That is the best way to learn any practice. I did not learn per se by books. I learned by being up under a worker. Okay? And even though my gift operated differently than his, I've got to head out, Apostle. Y'all be easy. Okay. Thank you so much. But thank you for joining us. Now, I do have fun. Listen, and y'all know I'm a big believer not telling people what to do. But I will say this. The more you understand your bones, that means your ashe, and what resonates with you, the more you're gonna know who you need to be listening to. I practice in line with what what's in my bones. This is why I believe so heavily in astrology. A lot of you guys, when you get through going through your initiation and you go through a lot of your workings out, you're going to be so disappointed. And I'm going to explain why. They're not teaching you magic. They're not teaching you magic. Taking somebody to the grocery store and pointing out different items by which one can cook will never make you into a chef. Will never turn you into a cook. If you do not know how to invoke, if you don't know how to conjure, you don't have anything. There is no difference between you going to a grocery store and can't cook, and you going to your cabinets with everything you need in your cabinet and can't cook. Getting tools does not teach magic. Do not let nobody fool you. I don't care if it's an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi. Somebody going around showing you, go to Publix, go to a Kroger, go to Winn-Dixie. That's not magic. You're never going to evolve. You're just going to have a bunch of information about a bunch of things that you cannot implement. You cannot execute. Because if you know how to cook, a real cook don't need all of that and still make a meal. A real conjurer don't need all that. A real person that knows how to invoke or deal with the spirits, they don't need all that because they are basically 80% of what they need to do magic. You have to have magic in your bones. Other than that, you just somebody that has a lot of information about what I practice. I should say practice, perform. I got to really twerk that. Remember, working the bones or working your bones is working the ashe. If you cannot invoke or harness the energy of your own ashe, how are you going to harness or invoke the energy of a bone, of another person, another thing? How? And when you wake that spirit up, do you know how to feed it? Do you know how to guide it? And that they're not going to teach you. Because over half of these people don't know. All they are is you're going from one library to another library to another library. At the end of the day, sir and ma'am, you have not visited a cook. You just went from one person with their version of ATR to another person of their version of ATR. You went from one bad relationship of one man abusing you, cussing you out and taking your money, to another man sleeping with your sister, going with your brother. That's all it is. I don't look for nobody to teach me magic. I already know magic. Only reason why I get initiated because I can't self-initiate. That's it. You can't teach me magic. I already know magic. And if they're telling you, by telling you about a different herb, and half of y'all, if you don't practice these religions, just because we use different terminology for rosemary, we still talking about rosemary. Some of y'all think y'all learning something different because you're learning a different term for the same thing. Tobacco is tobacco. If you don't know how to do magic, you ain't gonna better take this smoke and do magic with it. It don't matter if you use a Cuban cigar or whether you use a Native American tobacco. At the end of the day, when you don't know magic, you just out here smoking a cigar. Don't matter. I only get messages to my dreams. I want to talk to my spirit when I wake. You listen. Always remember this, Scorpio. Your spirits always hear you. They hear your thoughts. You communicate with your spirits because they are in you. Your spirits are in your bones. They manifest for you on the outside world based off of what you speak, what you do, and how you think. But they communicate you through your dream because that is the channel by which any spirit communicates. And the reason why we can hear the spirit when we are awakened, because our subconscious mind is still asleep. It's your conscious mind is one vibration, but your subconscious mind is where they communicate. That's why I can do my readings even though I'm physically awakened, because my subconscious mind is still in dream state. And you would know that if you get in my classes. All right. I think I cleared that up a little bit for some of y'all. So, if they're telling you to go around and putting dead stuff in your pot, you don't know how that armadillo gonna move. If they're inside, we have more than one spirit. We are born with more than one spirit. We have many spirits. When will you be doing? All of my classes that I do are based on how many. If people sign up for my beginner classes and I get 10, pay your money. And as soon as I get 10, I email you out classes. I don't mind doing classes at no time. Whatever level you can afford, I'll do the classes. All you need is 10. It's more than 10 people out here that need to get in these classes. Right here. So all y'all got to do is say, listen, all of us going in, because y'all listen. Those that got in my beginner class found out they learned a lot of stuff they thought they knew. They found out they didn't really know. Okay? I've been doing this a really long time, y'all, and I'm very good at what I do. I do magic. So I know what I do it. I talk about what I do. And I give you clarity. So if you're going to practice magic, that is very important. All you got to do is go sign up on my website and pay your money, and they'll lock you in. You can pick whatever class you want. And I want y'all to understand, doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, or bi when it comes to magic. No. But does it matter if you're doing workings, whether you gay, straight, or bi? Yes. If you are working with the bones of somebody that has a problem with somebody that is bisexual or gay, that is not the Mfumbe. You need to work for that particular person. Because that particular Mfumbe is going to do work against that person because they had a problem with gay people in life. If that person has a problem with racists, it was a racist person, and you're working their bones, then if that is a, say for instance, it's a Caucasian man that you're working with and inanimate, and you waken that spirit, and now you're trying to do work for a black person or African American person or a Jamaican person, that Mfumbe is going to work against that person, even though you're asking it to help them. But in life, they live the life against black people. Some of y'all think just because you're dealing with spirits that you don't have to consider what kind of life that person lived. It matters. And you can actually be paying for you to get hurt. And a lot of those practitioners don't even know the life of that Mfumbe that it lived when that person was alive. That's why I always do cleansing. That's why I always do protection work. I don't care. Even around people I trust, I'm going to cleanse. When I with Shadow Wood, when we walk in, she cleans her. When she walk in my side, I cleanse her. Oh, because we understand spirits. It ain't nothing. It's not a negative thing when somebody cleanse you. The better the cleanse, keep on cleansing. Cleanse. Because you don't know what type of spirit that other person may have and what kind of life they live. It does matter. Both saying is the word participating in the class. Thank you so much. Okay? If you guys want me to do a reading for you guys, I don't have a problem doing any readings for you guys. If you want me to burn incense for you guys, I think the more that you guys tap into my energy, a lot of you guys that are supporting me, you will understand how my energy flows and what type of spirit I have. And so therefore, when I need patient, I work with my grandmother because she was a patient in life. Yeah. See, don't complicate it. It's simple. The more information you have about the individual, don't just look. Let me say this too, because y'all, this is another thing y'all don't understand. A person can be talented in a skill or a craft. Y'all hear me say I'm a freak, right? That's what I tell y'all, right? So if you don't think that matters, then you don't know spirituality. If grandma was good with working with money, but grandmother was also a liar, and you working her bones, you're going to find yourself lying more than what you do. If you were working with Uncle Rudy, but Uncle Rudy was a fighter, and you use him in your protection work, but Uncle Rudy was also a thief, you're going to find yourself being tempted to steal because that ashe is around you. And you cannot, when I'm working with these bones, they are what they are. I have certain spirits around me. I have snakes around me, right? So sometimes I look around, they're slithering around me. That they're being a snake. Okay? When you work with certain animal spirits, totems, whatever you want to call, however they function in life, that's how they function in the spirit world. But a lot of y'all forget, because somebody, you trying to get them to help you in one area because of their talent, they also bring their vices. Huh? If Uncle Bubba was greedy, you're going to find yourself munching. If they like smoking weed, you're going to find yourself, if there was a crackhead. So I'm just being honest with y'all. When it comes down to this spiritual stuff, a lot of this stuff y'all have no clue. And these tatas, the mumbo, they not telling y'all this stuff. They just trying to make money. This is not, this no wisdom. That right, you get the good and the bad. It ain't really good and bad, just understanding when you work in the bones. You got to know the bones by which you are working with. Huh? So when you working with somebody, your practitioner, or if you're getting into these ATRs, stop letting these people swell your head up that because you got a pot. That don't mean you got a power. You may, if you are lucky, if you one of the lucky ones, you may just have a spirit in there. If you lucky. The second thing, what level is that spirit on? What does it have the capacity, the energetic capacity to do? And most of these people, I'm going to tell y'all this. They might get mad when I say this. Most of these people are always getting bad spirits. Because it is easier to get a bad spirit to work for you than a highly elevated spirit. I'm going to say that again for all you that are slow. Most of these people that are out here initiating these people, the spirits are in those pots are bad spirits. Because it's easier to get a bad spirit to do work for you than to get a good spirit for you. Because you have to be on the frequency level of a higher elevated spirit. But you can always grab up one of them other spirits. I'm just being honest with y'all. A lot of y'all run around here in the church and they be baptizing y'all. Them won't be good spirits. They'll be negative spirits. Because who's going to really give you that kind of ashe of a highly elevated spirit? Not many people going to share that kind of power with people. It just economically it makes no sense, and mentally it makes no sense. Yes, I got some new products coming through. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to get y'all right. If y'all support me and help me along the journey, I'm trying to tell y'all, And especially if you get initiated under me, you join me, be a part of what I'm doing. I reveal more things. I do more things. A lot of you guys that I'm doing graveyard work for you, y'all life is going to get better because I deal with highly elevated spirits. I know what bones I'm working with. A lot of you guys that send in your Cash App, that money going to come back to you in so many different ways. And at the end of the year, you get to claim it anyway because it's for charity. But my point is, I know the bones by which I work, okay? And that's including my own bones. Apostle, what are your thoughts on working with the spirit like Uriel? I work with Uriel. Uriel is an earth spirit. An earth angel, I apologize. It is a earth angel dealing with earth and magic, hoodoo, voodoo, anything dealing with the earth, libations. But Uriel is an angel that moves with lightning. It causes sudden changes. Uriel. I think that if you work with that energy, you got to be ready to be kind of like Virgo, having nervous energy, because it has Uriel comes with like earth shaking power, but it's a light energy, Light, not as in light as a feather, but light as in white light. I hope that answers your question. I'm trying to find the classes. I clicked on the spiritual classes. I think he has open, because I think he had closed it. Maybe he has to put it back on there. I don't know. Minister Mario, he'll check it. But once you go in there, but this is the kind of stuff that is not taught. A lot of y'all are being given busy work, and you're not learning magic. You're just gaining information. And that's no different talking about melanin. If you don't know how to put it in operation, it does you no good. Talking about 666, the 6 neutron, protons, electron, if you don't know, it does you no good. You got an Nganga, you don't understand it, it does you no good. You know what I'm saying? Learn magic. Get your foundation. If you're not going to be able to practice magic or you don't have the time, then by all means, hire somebody to do the work for you, okay? It's just really that simple. Most people cannot advance you to certain levels because they can't take you to a level they don't exist on. I'm going to say that again. People cannot take you to a place that they do not exist. They have not awakened in that reality on that particular level, okay? They do not work with those spirits. And I'm done. A lot of this stuff is education. Listening to people that actually do it is risky business. Hiring folks. Let me tell you what's risky. What's risky is there's too many people out here hiring people that they haven't did the research of what that person has to offer. Everybody cannot offer you the same thing because we all do not have the same skills. And in that, Trey said a reading. In that, you got to know what you are expecting when it comes to that. Because as good as I am with my craft, there's cycles by which things operate. And a lot of time people just asking for stuff they don't have. It's like at going to a woman. Okay, say for instance, it's 5:30 p.m., right? You go to this woman and you want a home-cooked meal, but you want it done at 6 o'clock. This is the way that most people enter into spirituality. They think it's bewitched. They think it's the coven. They think it's the craft. It don't work like that. If I feel like the more people, whether you practice it or not, if you at least understand how it works, then you can be more realistic and understand what you're paying for when you get somebody to do work for you. I feel like a lot of people do themselves a disservice because they just go in and say, oh, because this person say they're psychic. A psychic can't do what a conjurer can do. A conjurer don't necessarily have to be a psychic. There's so many different variables when it comes to spirituality. It really is. And then it's just that I'm just being honest. A lot of people just don't do their homework because they just say, "Oh, that's a spiritual practitioner." What type of spiritual practitioner? What is the extent of their ability? What is the extent of their experience? What are their giftings? What do they have time to work with? Okay, what is their morality? Because I can do a lot of things, but I don't do a lot of things. I have the knowledge how to do it. I have the skill set to do it, but it's unethical in my opinion, so I don't do it. Then you got other people that they are unethical enough to do it, but they don't have the capabilities. I'm a cook, and a home cooked meal not gonna be ready in an hour. I know that's right. Thank you. I appreciate it. And this is what I tell. And I want to. Can I use you for a minute, Tanya? This is what I mean to some of y'all when y'all ask me questions. If you really do real magic, you know it takes time. All of my products, I have stuff. I have to make those products. I have to conjure. It takes time. That's why my products are so effective. If I was out here doing what a lot of these things, when you're cooking, it ain't just the type of meal that you're preparing. It is also, okay, are you going to get very healthy tomatoes? Or are you going to get famished tomatoes? What type of vegetable? What type of cook are you? Do you like to cook in a clean kitchen? Do you like to look at fresh vegetables? Do you work with canned goods? Like that's what I mean. Every practitioner ain't fit to deal with spend the type of money I spend to get the raw materials, break that stuff down, put it together, assimilate it. Okay? When you dealing with a woman or a man that is a real cook, prep the ingredients. Or possibly do y'all know what? I have to do a cleansing before I come on this live. That's why I appreciate y'all that send cash apps and contribute. And then when I get off here, I got to do another cleansing. I got to do before and after. And that's whether I do any work for you or not. Because I'm picking up energy. I'm empathic because of my Piscean rising sign. And then, okay, now you got the type of material that you're going to cook in. Do you got an oven? What type of oven you have? What type of pots and pans we working with? What type of ingredients? All of this matters when it comes to manifestation. Some of y'all using cheap material. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say it like this, and I ain't trying to offend, but if it offends, it's your business. A lot of y'all want $1 million house, but you going to go to Dollar General and build your house with Dollar General parts. You want everybody to think you spent $1 million and you only spent $10. That's your problem when it comes to spirituality. It ain't no cheap way. Do it right, or don't do it at all. They want things quick and took time to mess up. That's right. And it take time to fix. People, you spend 40 years messing your life up, and now all of a sudden you want me to fix it in 21 days. If you don't get your That's right. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Make sure if you be more sober-minded and realistic, you won't be deceived by people. Because some things just won't make sense. I don't care who say it. Even if I'm saying it, it needs to add up. 1 + 1 is 2. I don't care who's saying it. I don't care who talking. I don't care how long they've been practicing. 1 + 1 is 2. Stop trying to build $1 million mansion out of Dollar General parts. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to teach your godchildren to do that. Use discernment, but make sure your discernment has the capabilities of discerning what's right from wrong. Because a lot of people out here talking about they got discernment. They ain't got discernment. They just judging based off their experience. And you cannot base spirituality off of your experience. Because your experience does not encompass the fullness of spirituality. Out of everything I done experienced and seen, I still ain't seen it all. And most of these people around here talking, they ain't seen even half what I done seen. And they around here trying to act like they professional. All right, Trey. I feel sorry for some of you guys, because a lot of you guys are going to go out here and try to do this type of work on your own. And like anything, I'm not a mechanic. I can go up under my hood, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going to cause myself more problems than I'm actually going to help and fix my problem. Unless it's something very simple and simplistic, maybe fine. But when things start getting complicated, if this is not your area of expertise, sir, ma'am, you should not be doing this for yourself. When I get ready to go get my teeth done, I would not be doing that myself. My dentist is going to do that. That's what he or she, well, I got a female dentist. That's what she is paid for. That's what she went to school for. Get my mouth right. Because I talk too much and I smile too much. I need you to keep my grill together. So keep on out here listening at these people, and they keep telling you can do these things for them yourself, and without being able to work your own bones. Because you're not going to know how to protect yourself. Please ask Mario to put the info classes on the website so I can sign up. Okay, I'll definitely get that done. My readings are only $20, and I'll post your zodiac sign. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes, concerning Trey the Cancer. Trey the Cancer. Trey the Cancer. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes, concerning this Cancer. Edidiosa. Show me that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes. What is it that this Cancer needs to be focused on? Do y'all know I literally went to the church and still forgot to get my new cards? I had so much stuff at the church I forgot I even left it. All right, and I didn't. These glasses got me seeing clear. I took them off. Now I feel like I can't hardly see without them. All right, Trey. It says, Mem none delayed. It said, what am I afraid of? With this name, the courage to conquer my fears now raised within me. By proactively confronting my fears at seed level, I yanked them out by the root and removed them entirely from my being. This card right here, Cancer, is talking about confronting your fear. This is what they want you to focus on. This is coming across through your reading more like you're trying to advance yourself in life. They're saying that in order to move forward, you have to have the courage to confront those things that fear. And I always tell people this: the more knowledge you have of something, the less that you fear it, because fear is about the unknown. The more you get more knowledge, the more it dissipates the darkness or the uncertainty. I should use that word with this Cancer. The uncertainty of a thing. Then your middle card, your middle card says lost and found. So what's going on your right now? It said Resh, Aleph, Hey. It said with this name as my compass. Here it is again. It said the path towards my spiritual home is illuminated. It said I regain my bearings with every step I take, and with every moment that passes, I feel comfort, confidence, and a stronger sense of direction. Trey the Cancer, this card is talking about you're on your pathway, your spiritual pathway, returning to your spiritual home. It says a path towards your spiritual home, but it also indicates in this read is that you are getting on your feet. It says regaining your bearings. And the process of you regaining your bearings, it says that you're going to have more comfort, more confidence, and a stronger sense of direction. What you want to do, how you want to do, and how you're going to go about doing it. This is what's going on right now. You're actually finding yourself. Then your outcome card, it says parent, teacher, not preacher. It says Yud, Hey, Hey. It says I desire to lovely, respectfully, and selflessly share this wisdom with my children. The preacher in me is silent. The teacher in me shines through all of my action. This card coming up for Cancer is talking about relationship. This is my son. I'm going to say this. Unless you're ready to make me a granddaddy, you need to be careful. This card is talking about sharing wisdom of experience with children. It also says that you're too preachy, and you need. It says that the teaching in you, let it shine in your actions. So, besides the fact, unless you're ready to share your wealth with a grandbaby, take care of yourself. I just want to warn what I do better in spiritual days. A lot of good guidance here, a lot of rebuilding going on here with this Cancer. It's hard to help people because they don't understand what they are doing, and I don't help them, and I learn for my children and grandchildren. I know that's right. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. One of the things that I don't. You're welcome. I'm gonna say this. You can't help somebody that don't want to help themselves. You cannot be out here assuming that life is going to give you everything you want and you stay in comfort. That's not reality. I don't care what ATR. You're going to have to come out your comfort zone. There's things that I do in my practices and the ATRs that I enjoy, and there's other things that I do not enjoy. When you guys see me with, I'm going to tell you, when y'all see me with cigars and liquor and all that, that's a part of the ATR. Because I'm not a smoker and I'm not a drinker. But that is something that I have to participate in the practice. I don't say it in a way that I'm disgusted by, but it's something that if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't do it at all. The way I buy liquor, you would think I'm a complete alcoholic. I know that the liquor store that I buy liquor from, he be like, what is this man doing with all this liquor? I be feeding my ancestors. I be feeding spirits. I be at cemeteries. And I treat my spirits good. Because I want them to work hard, and I want to celebrate the victories not only with myself but with them. And I love the reports that I'm getting back from a lot of you guys, especially the ones that gave that money towards for me to do cemetery work with you. Anybody that gave $1,000 donation toward that cemetery work, I'm doing cemetery work for them. And anytime I go to the cemetery, I call that particular person's name in the cemetery and the type of cemeteries I get, and they have been straightening out a lot of stuff in people's life. That's the point. Is you take care of the spirit take care of you. It's just that simple. I'm a conjurer. I'm not a conjurer because I practice hoodoo, voodoo, or Santeria. That is in my bones. Okay? Minister Mario, is that everybody? Mr. Mario might be asleep. All right. I hope this helps. I hope you guys I hope that those that are listening to me, go and do your research. Don't just take a... Okay. Do not just take... I know a lot of you guys trust me, and trust me in this respect. I appreciate it to... Exclusive K. Okay. That's Scorpio, right? I already did Trey's reading, Mario. Somebody over here in TikTok said they sent $20 for a reading. Post your zodiac sign. Am I reading for you or reading for your... thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Aquarius. Kimberly. You don't have to put your whole name out there. I just need a name. The Spirit knows who he's talking to. Okay. The reading is for your mom, which is Kimberly. Okay. But it came in Jennifer. Okay, I got you. I'm going to do the reading for Kimberly Aquarius, right? Okay. I got you. I got you. Okay. Mr. Mario, she exclusive K said, did you see hers? I'm gonna go and read for her. Exclusive K, here we go. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning exclusive K, the Scorpio. One thing I ain't worried about, nobody cheating me. Y'all good and y'all support. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning exclusive K, Scorpio. Exclusive K, what is it that this Scorpio needs to be paying attention to? Oh, you Aquarius too? All right. Exclusive K, Scorpio. Your shadow card comes up. Reveal, lean the concealed. Woo, Scorpio. I like that. It says Mem Yud Kaf. It said, I gather the ability to bring forth the powers of observation, to see the truth, and the courage to handle it. Thank you, Tay, for the love offering. It says, look at this, Scorpio. Your shadow card is coming up revealing. That means there's things that are hidden are being revealed with people, places, and things. They say focus on the things that you know to be true. Whatever's going on right now, they want you to focus on those things that which are true. They said certain things have been revealed. You have observed to see the truth. And then they say the courage. That means you have to take action in the truth that you have been revealed. Look at your middle card, exclusive K. Absolute certainty. Absolute certainty. Look at that for Scorpio. Ayin Resh Yud. It said, by using this name, I fill my heart with certainty. Notice what it's saying. This is action. You filling your heart with certainty, gratitude, conviction, sureness, and trust. This card right here is saying that you are building your own belief system. You are educating, you're strengthening yourself. My son, father is moving against me. But look at this. That's being revealed. But whatever's going on, they're telling you to be sure of yourself. This card right here is talking about being sure of yourself, exclusive K. This is not about what he's doing. It's about what you believe God's going to do for you. Look at this. The Great Escape, your outcome card. It says, Lamed Aleph Va Ebasa. It said, this name brings the greatest of all freedoms. These is your cards showing up. It said, the escape from my own ego-based desires, selfish inclinations, and the me-first mentality that ultimately causes pain in my life. In their place, I gain life's true and lasting gifts, family, friendship, and fulfillment. Do you see that right there? Your outcome card is showing family, friendship, and fulfillment. If you do this right here, your middle card, they're talking about keep your heart. David said like this, my heart is fixed, trusting in the Lord. Let me tell y'all something. I know y'all didn't learn up under me, but let me tell you this, I was taught. Too many of y'all enemy conscious. It is more important about what you are doing spiritually than how your enemy is moving, or your adversary is moving, or your opponent is moving. If you watching their hands, you can't see your hand. If you paying more attention to what they doing, you can't see what you're doing. Focus on what are you believing God for. The Bible says with your mouth you confess, but with your heart you believe. This is what your card's talking about. Make sure you read Psalm 27. All right, Libra said you sent 20. All right, Kimberly, the Aquarius, over here in TikTok land. Baby, I've been doing it a long time. I'm just giving you nothing but a raw dog. A lot of people be doing all kind of stuff. I don't be worried about that. I be worried about I be doing my reversal. If you worry about baby, I got reversal incense. I got blockbuster. I got triple threat candle. Child, please. I'll be sitting back and watching the festivities. Where we at? Kimberly Aquarius. So I make sure. And after Kimberly, you welcome, baby. Where's my Aquarius? Jennifer. Where's Jennifer's mother? You want to know what you do better in your spiritual? Have you gotten a consultation with it? Okay, there you go. Oh, that's you right there. Okay. All right, thank you, baby. Sorry about that. All right. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee, that which is in the dark, bringing to light of my eyes, concerning Kimberly the Aquarius. Kimberly the Aquarius. Kimberly the Aquarius. Idiosai. Kimberly the Aquarius. That which in the dark brings to light of my eyes. Concerning Kimberly the Aquarius. What is it that this Aquarius needs to focus on? What is it that this Aquarius needs to focus on? Kimberly, or you're Jennifer, but I'm talking to Kimberly, right? Kimberly the Aquarius. I'm picking up stress around the chest. And I'm also hearing them tell me they need to pull themselves out of other people's situations. You do not want, the Bible says God will put no more on you than you can bear, okay? The reason why it seems like you can't bear the situations is because those are not your situations. Your shadow card, let me show you here, because I need you to you're not taking, you need to take better care of yourself, especially concerning your lungs and your chest, your digestive system. Your focus, your shadow card comes up, parent, teacher, not preacher. It says Yud Hey Hey. It said, I desire to lovely, respectfully, and selflessly share my wisdom with my children. The preacher in me is silent. The teacher in me shines through all of my actions. This card right here coming up for you. I just went to the hospital. Okay, all right. I'm picking it up. It's right up. I got to tighten this here. I'm empathic, so I'm gonna. That's another reason I tell these people about cleansing when you do a reading, because I'm picking up on your energy. But this card right here, you are stressing. You done said what you got to say. You got to let people, like the old people say, if you like it, I love it. You done preaching, stressing for other people, and when if something happens to you, they're gonna still be doing them. I'm just being. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm gonna be real with you. My grandmother would have lived longer if she would tend to her own business. The reason why she died at 59, going on 58, because she was handling everybody and their mammy business. That's from her children, the grandchildren, brothers, sisters, just doing way too much. And that is not why God put you down here. I don't know why I'm getting mad about this. Your middle card. There's too many of y'all giving up y'all life for people that going to do what they want to do. Then your middle card saying sharing the flame. It said Mem Lamed Hay. It said, I take this name with me out into the real world so that I can share light with friends, family, and the entire family of God. I envision openings and opportunities in the world for a global dissemination of this ancient wisdom. I ask for the strength to walk the talk. I know that this name arises with the force of immortality and joy in the world. I must expect and demand nothing less. I'm going to say to you, what's up, Stormy? I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to try to be nice about this. Okay? There's people on the outside of your family that value more what you got to say than the people in your family. Okay? This card right here talks about you sharing. And you sharing your light, your energy, your ashe with those people. It also talks about you got other opportunities and other openings for you. But you need strength to take care of self. I don't want you to lose your life behind other people that still gonna live their life the way they living it now. I'm just being, it's coming in really strong for you. You really need to get yourself together. And if you're gonna be in the hospital, be there in the hospital for over your own self, not over other people. This right here talks about your outcome card, talks about getting victory over affliction. Anytime I see this card, this means you're going to be delivered out of something. Pei Hey Lamed. It said, I am ready to battle the nasty habits and the unpleasant character traits. And I'm just like hearing, oh, I know. No, you can't. You got to get out of I know syndrome. You have to put it into action. Because I'm just hearing that in my head. Like, oh, I know. No. Bump knowing it. You have to do it. It said, I'm ready to deal with my habits, unpleasant character traits that I have not been able to get rid of. This name ensures my victory over the forces of ego, and I am imbued with the emotional power and discipline to triumph over all self-centered impulses and negative desire. This card right here is Psalm 25. Baby, I'm just going to, like I said, I don't tell nobody what to do, but you have an outcome card of coming out. But if God is going to bring you out of this situation, but if you don't change your habits, you're going to find yourself, because you look like you're looking for something to worry about, looking for something to stress about. That ain't your problem. That ain't your situation. You need to take care of you. This is where your victory going to come in. Psalm 25. I know that's right. Y'all know I keep it real. I love what I do, but when I feel stuff like that, and your people doing all this unnecessary self-sacrifice, and then they depressed because other people not gonna do it for them, and then they get into these emotional stupors, and for what? Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Instead of you getting some good loving, you over here worrying about, cut that out, y'all. No, it ain't your children, it's you. You done did your part. When your card said you done that shows me you done said what you had to say, and now it's time to shine. You can show them better than you can tell them. I got children too. I love them, but I let them go. When you see that somebody not listening, I don't care who it is. Unless they're in your house. Minister Mario, Yvette says she sent for a reading. Only thing I got on, the last one I got is Kimberly, the Aquarius. All right, guys, this will be my last reading. All right. I would hate I hate what I feel around you. You need to do some cleansing. Minister Mario.
You don't see my comment. Justin Ferris for a reading. I told him post his zodiac sign. And
Who? Justin?
Justin.
Justin, post your zodiac sign. Stormy, I am gonna get. I know a baby. I got so much. I got a lot of orders. I got out here, and I'm trying to get it all done. I'm on vacation this week, so a lot of it's going out. I just had a lot of going on. Please forgive me. I'm putting some extra in there.
And then Yvette.
Yvette, what is Yvette's zodiac sign? Yvette, what's your zodiac sign? And Justin. Yvette, what's your zodiac sign? And there's a Justin that sent a cash. Oh, Libra. Okay. Justin, Libra, Cancer. Okay, got you. And that's going to be it, y'all. Stormy, I'm going to make it worth your while, sweetie. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a man of my word. As Endora said, a witch of my word. Sometimes people realize, like, success. Yes, I want my website, my products go out, but it's just coming in, and I'm trying to catch up and keep up. It's a lot going on. I'm a one-man show, but I am gonna definitely get it to you. Yvette, Cancer, we're gonna do you first, and then Justin, we're gonna do you. I'm Justin, Aquarius. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate the correction. Justin, I'm going to do you right after Yvette, the Cancer. Book of Consultation, Apostle Ely has helped me realize some of my self-sacrificing ways with my friends and not fully living my life. I know that's right. I keep trying to tell them. All right, Yvette, here we go. Yvette the Cancer. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes concerning Yvette the Cancer. Yvette the Cancer. Yvette the Cancer. Yvette the Cancer. That which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes concerning Yvette the Cancer. What is it that this Cancer needs to be focused on? What is it that this Cancer needs to be focused on? All right, here we go. Yvette. That which is... Okay, your shadow card is coming up. Cancer, speak the right words. See what's going on with my Cancer in shadow. It said Yud Zion. It said, I silence my ego, push the mute button. Now I call upon the light to speak on my behalf on all occasions so that my every word elevates my soul and all existence. Cancer, this card is talking about silencing your ego. Yvette, because Psalm 27, the light, I believe the reason why this card is coming up, you've already prayed about something and it has not fully manifested yet, and you don't need to be in the way of what's going on. Because this card right here is talking about things being elevated, your soul being elevated, and a better way of life is coming, and they want you. If you do not get in the way, Cancer, I think this has a lot to do with your prayers. Look at your middle card. Your middle card comes up, casting yourself in a favorable light. It's Mem Chet Yud. My own being is illuminated beautifully, suffused with the Creator's radiance. Everyone around me sees the positive, beautiful aspect of my truest self, as opposed to the distorted and dark image projected by my ego. Both of your cards coming up, Cancer, you got to make sure that you are not in the way, because what God is trying to do in your life is trying to put you in a positive position. And look at your outcome card. Sexual energy, Cancer. Woo, sultry Cancer. Kaf Va Kuf. It says, with this name, I purify my desires so that I share love, energy with my partner, putting his or her needs ahead of my own. I ignite sexual energy so that my passion helps elevate all existence. You got two cards talking about elevation. I replenish the light that was lost due to any prior selfish sexual activities. Your outcome card is talks about cleansing and purification. It also talks about sharing properly. But the only way that this is going to, because all your cards are talking about spiritual elevation, but they all are pending on you not allowing your ego. Justin. Where are you, Justin? Justin the Aquarius. Let me know you listening. Mario, after this, if anybody else send another cash app, just return it back. I'm going to do this last one. I'm going to do Justin and whoever this other person is. Where is Justin? Yvette said, thank you. I understand. You're quite welcome, darling. If y'all want any more in-depth reading, just get a consultation. I promise you, it'll be so personal until it'll scare you. Justin, where is Justin? The Aquarius. He wasn't TikTok. Is that Scorpio? Okay, here. All right. Okay, here we go. Justin Aquarius. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Justin the Aquarius. You need a cleansing, Justin. Justin the Aquarius. Got a lot on your mind. It hit my head real quick. That which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Justin the Aquarius. Justin the Aquarius. What is it that this Aquarius needs to be focused on? Ooh. What is it that this Aquarius needs to be focused on? Ooh. I mean, it just hit my head. What is it this Justin the Aquarius needs to be focused on? You're going to have to do some, if you're doing protection work, you're going to have to do some stronger protection work, Justin. Or get some stronger protection work done. That's why. Look what come up in your shadow card. Your shadow card comes up contacting the departed souls. In your shadow card for Aquarius. It says, I invoke, which means that you summon. It says, Chet Bet Va. It says, I invoke the memories of loved ones who have passed on. I see them surrounded with light of this name. I meditate to elevate their soul to higher levels in the spiritual world. I am open to receive their guidance and support. This card right here is showing up. You're supposed to be here tonight because this card is talking about feeding your ancestors. It's time to elevate them, and they're speaking, and they're showing up in this card, focus about guidance. And I would do with your ancestors, I will work with the 23rd Psalm, and I will work with Psalm 27. And the ancestors that you need to be elevating are the ones that are going to help support you and guide you. Because this is coming in really strong because it's tapping on my head. But this, in order to elevate them, if you are communing with them, then you need to figure out what they need in order, because they're asking for elevation. They're talking about elevate their souls to higher levels. That's what's coming up in your shadow. Then your middle card is casting yourself in a favorable light. Look at this right here. Mem Chet Yud. I don't know if you're doing conjure work, working with roots or herbs or what have you, but this is what's coming through here in this card. It says Mem Chet Yud. It says, my own being is illuminated beautifully, suffers with the Creator's radiance. Everyone around me sees the positive, beautiful aspects of my true self, as opposed to the distorted and dark image projected by my ego. I'm gonna say this. I want you to be more positive about your spiritual practice and what you're doing. This middle card is talking about dealing with your true self, who you really are and how you really function. This talks about your light being illuminated. And the only thing I'm going to say is, the reason why I said that is because it's talking about the ego projecting negatively. So not necessarily that you're not doing work, but thinking on that work on a more positive aspect, especially with a Christian background. This card, your outcome card, says defying gravity. Va Lamed. It said, I use this name to unleash the power of mind over matter, soul over ego, and spiritual over physical. My goal is not to renounce the physical world, but to eliminate its control over me and to become the true captain of my own fate, which is faith is destiny, and everything becomes possible. Both of your cards, your ancestors are showing up in these cards. Conjure work is showing up in these cards. This is also a state of mind. I've been reading about things like that partly. You need to do more than reading. This is coming up in your cards. This also is talking about taking your outcome. Once you embrace your spirituality, get more clarity about your spiritual self, this is going to bring you control of your own destiny. And it says everything at that point will become more possible. With man, things are impossible. With God, all things are possible. I was born and was raised Baptist, so everything is new to me. Yep. It's showing, but you're going to, as you grow and educate yourself and getting the right insight, and make sure, don't forget this, the kingdom of God is on the inside. Make sure that you, no matter what you're learning, it shouldn't go against self. Everything is energy, and everything you learn should resonate with you, not so much with your mind, because the reason I say that, Justin, because of Aquarius, you in your head a lot, but because of how you have been trained, these ideas are going to hinder you, so you have to retrain yourself, and that's not going to be easy. I'm just trying to tell you, you're a fixed air sign, and when you have a state of mind, it is very hard for you to change. So you're going to have to put a lot of work in there, re-educating yourself and challenging any idea that impedes the success of your spiritual growth. Yeah, Minister Mari is going to put those classes back up. Did I forget anybody else before I saw somebody on YouTube. Minister Mar can't do it until we get off the live. Did I miss anybody in YouTube for their reading? That's you, Gary? Libra? Thank you so much. Y'all know I'm Sagittarius. I'm all with that right there. All right. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes. Concerning Gary the Libra, Gary the Libra, Gary the Libra, Gary the Libra, Gary the Libra. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning this Libra. What is it that this Libra needs to focus on? What is it that this Libra needs to focus on? First of all, what's coming through before I flip these cards, they want you to, you're being too passive aggressive. I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about. I heard a passive aggressive, but not necessarily too passive aggressive. Gary. Let's see what they're talking about. All right. Gary, your first card coming up. Appreciation. Focusing on appreciation. It says, Ayin Nun Va. Appreciation, thankfulness, gratitude. These are the noble traits of Moses that arise within me by this name. Infused with these attributes, I retain and enjoy all the blessings and the treasures in my life. This card coming up for you, Gary, Libra. This is talking about showing gratitude, not worrying about so much as what tomorrow holds, but appreciating what you have today. It also talks about counting your blessings, because this card is also talking about retain and enjoy what you already have and the treasures that you have in your life. Something that you're not, that is a treasure in your life that you're not really seeing it and handling as a treasure, and they want you to focus on showing gratitude, being thankful for the things you have, and appreciating what you have been blessed with. Yes, I'm a warrior. It's coming up. Then you got your middle card. It says, speak your mind. Your middle card, this is what's going on right now. It says, Nun Tav Hey. It said, when I tell the truth, when I need to tell the truth, this name gives me the courage to open my heart before I open my mouth. And when I need to hear the truth, it gives me the strength to open my ears and to close my mouth. This card coming out right here, Gary, Libra, you have to stop being a pacifier with your words, because this card right here is saying, it basically, a Libra is a communicator. But this card right here is saying that you're being more of a pacifier than actually speaking your actual mind to people. And this, you need to be able to assert how you really feel and think. This is what's going on right now. And it says that you're going to know what, you're going to have the strength to open your ears to hear the truth. And you're going to have the courage to be able to speak the truth when necessary. So this card right here, you cannot be a pacifier. This card right here, I would utilize Psalm 11. Read Psalm 11. And then ancestors are coming in your outcome card. Contacting the departed dead. I don't know if you have an ancestor altar or you communicating with the ancestors, but it is definitely coming in your outcome. It didn't come in the beginning of your reading, but it's coming in your outcome card. It says Chet Bet Va. It said, I invoke. Oh, okay. I see what's going on now. I invoke the memories of loved ones who have passed on, and I see them surrounded with light in this name. I meditate and elevate the souls of their souls to higher levels in the spiritual world. I am open to receive their guidance and support. By this coming for you, this card right here saying you have to be calling on them and elevating, feeding them is so very, very necessary for you, because you have this in your middle card and you also have this in your outcome card. But this is elevating your ancestors. I do have guardian angel incense that will help elevate them, but my ancestor incense will bring them in a lot stronger. But this card also talks about that they're there to support you, but they need to be elevated. They can't. It's like trying to go out of town with basically less than a half a tank of gas. You need a full tank for what you're dealing with and what you're trying to accomplish, Libra. You need a full tank. They need to be elevated. But you're welcome to go to my website and get that guardian angel incense, and that oil of gladness will help you as well with that tendency to worry. Minister Mara said beginner's class is available on the website now. Okay, the beginner's class, he has it available. That Capricorn something else. He is good at what he do. All right, guys, I done been here almost 2 hours. Let me go. Thank you so much. Appreciate your love, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow. God bless you. All right, Minister Mario, Master, Abel, Noble. Then we got Tanya. We got Yvette Queen. We got Scorpio Baby. Shamari, Kendall Hall, Kimberly Dawkins, Shamari, Mother Susan, Brother Johnny, Sister Jackie, Monique 444, Exclusive K, Kendall Hall. All right, Royal Artiste. Oh, I missed a lot of this. Trey Ruffin, Natasha Foster, Bo, that's my guy. Keish, my Scorpio. Brother Johnny, for whatever reason, not letting me go back up. Thank you so much, UPS Pop. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make me feel good. All right, I'll see you guys later.